She laughed. You'd never leave me. You're too nice. I smiled. You're right. I am nice. Then I nicely packed her things, nicely called her mom to pick them up, and nicely started my dating apps. Her confidence vanished when she saw my Hinge notifications. I, 31 male, had been with Natalie, 29, for 5 years, living together for 3. And last Thursday, she basically told me I was her doormat. We were having dinner after she'd come home 2 hours late. Again. No text, no call. When I asked where she'd been, she rolled her eyes. Out. God, you're so needy. I made dinner. It's cold now. So microwave it. I didn't ask you to cook. I set down my fork. Nat, this is the 4th time this week you've been hours late without letting me know. She actually laughed, threw her head back and laughed. What are you gonna do about it? Leave me? She took a sip of wine, smirking. You'd never leave me. You're too nice. You literally apologize when other people bump into you. You're not capable of breaking up with anyone. The way she said it, like it was a fact, like my kindness was weakness, like she had me figured out completely. I smiled. You're right. I am nice. See? You can't even argue with me properly. She got up, leaving her plate untouched. I'm going to shower. Maybe order us something better than this. She walked away typing on her phone, probably texting whoever she'd been with. I sat there, looking at the dinner I'd spent an hour making. Chilean sea bass with asparagus, her favorite, or what used to be her favorite, back when she cared about things like that. You know what? She was right. I am nice, so I decided to be the nicest ex-boyfriend she'd ever have. Update 1 Friday, I took a personal day from work, had things to do. First, I went to HomeGoods and bought some really nice boxes. Not cardboard, the fancy fabric storage ones with lids. If I was going to pack her stuff, I was going to do it nicely. I carefully folded every piece of her clothing, organized by type, wrapped her jewelry in tissue paper, bubble wrapped her collection of ceramic owls, don't ask. Even included a detailed inventory list in each box, color-coded. By noon, her entire existence in my apartment was neatly packed into 12 pristine boxes, stacked in the living room like a designer display. Then I called her mom, Deborah. Hi Deb, it's Ryan. Hope you're well. Ryan, how lovely to hear from you. How's my daughter treating you? That's why I'm calling. Natalie and I have decided to part ways. I've packed all her things very carefully, and I was wondering if you could pick them up tomorrow. I'd really appreciate it. Silence. I'm what? You're breaking up? Yes, she helped me realize some important things about myself. I've got everything ready for pickup any time after 10 a.m. tomorrow. Would that work? Ryan, what happened? This seems so sudden. Not really sudden, Deb. Just overdue. So tomorrow at 10? Yes, of course. Ryan, are you okay? Never been better. See you tomorrow. Then I did something I hadn't done in 5 years. Downloaded dating apps, all of them. Hinge, Bumble, Tinder, even that weird one for people who like farmers. Spent the afternoon setting up profiles. Used recent photos, including one from my buddy's wedding where I actually looked pretty good. Bio was simple. Recently single, genuinely nice guy, apparently too nice, excellent cook, has own apartment, emotionally available. By 6 p.m. when Natalie came home, I had 37 matches and my phone was buzzing with notifications. Why are there boxes in the living room? She dropped her purse, staring at the neat stack. Your things. Your mom's picking them up tomorrow. She laughed, that same condescending laugh from yesterday. Okay, what's this? Some kind of statement? Trying to scare me? My phone buzzed. Hinge notification. No statement, just being nice. I packed everything really carefully, even bubble wrapped your owls. Ryan, stop being dramatic. We both know you're not actually. Another buzz, then another. What's that sound? Dating apps. I showed her my phone screen. 6 new matches in the last hour. Her smile faltered. You're on dating apps? While I'm standing right here? Well, yeah, I'm single now. We didn't break up. We did when you told me I was too nice to leave you. Turns out nice people can make decisive choices too. Who knew? She grabbed my phone, eyes widening at the screen. Madison wants to meet for coffee? Who the hell is Madison? Grad student, likes cooking and hiking. We matched an hour ago. You matched an hour ago? Actually, she super liked me, said my bio was refreshingly honest. Update 2 Saturday was eventful. Natalie didn't sleep in our bed. She stayed on the couch, furiously texting all night. I know because I could hear the aggressive tapping. Woke up at 8, made myself a nice breakfast. Eggs Benedict with homemade hollandaise. The smell must have woken her up. You're seriously doing this? Doing what? Making breakfast? Breaking up with me? Oh, that. Yeah, that happened Thursday night when you explained how I'd never leave you. I was just talking. I didn't mean it. Seemed pretty clear to me. At 10 a.m. sharp, the doorbell rang. Deborah and Natalie's dad, Frank. Ryan. Deborah hugged me. You look good. Thanks, Deb. Lost some stress weight recently. Frank shook my hand. These all her boxes? All labeled and inventoried. Fragile items are marked. Natalie came storming out of the bedroom. Mom? Dad? Tell him he's being ridiculous. Deborah looked at her daughter, then at the boxes, then at me. Why would we do that? Because he's breaking up with me over nothing. He says you told him he was too nice to leave you, Frank said, picking up a box. That doesn't sound like nothing. It was a joke. Jokes are supposed to be funny. Heh, I said, helping Frank with another box. My phone buzzed. I ignored it, but Natalie didn't miss it. Another dating app notification? Her voice was shrill. Probably. Madison and I are planning coffee for tomorrow. Tomorrow? Deborah raised an eyebrow. You're already dating someone else, Natalie? No. He is. Well, he's single, Frank said, carrying boxes to their car. Man's allowed to date. The look on Natalie's face, like she'd been slapped with a fish. While we loaded boxes, Natalie tried everything. This is so immature. We have 5 years together. You can't just throw us away. I'm not having this conversation in front of my parents. Finally, everything was loaded. Ryan, Deborah pulled me aside. I'm sorry about my daughter. She's been spoiled by me, by you. This might be good for her. No hard feelings, Deb. Take care. As they were leaving, Natalie made one last attempt. Fine. Be single. You'll come crawling back when you realize no one else will put up with your boring dinner dates and your stupid meal prep Sundays and your... Actually, I interrupted, Madison loves cooking. We're doing a cooking class together Tuesday. The car door slammed so hard I thought the window might crack. Update 3 Sunday was peaceful. Slept in, meal prepped for the week, went for a run. Madison and I had coffee. She was cool, PhD in environmental science, laughed at my bad jokes, and didn't check her phone once during our 2-hour conversation. Monday, the text started. Natalie, 7 a.m., we need to talk. Natalie, 9 a.m., this is childish. Natalie, 11 a.m., I'm coming by after work. Me, your key won't work. Change the locks. What? Being nice to my future self. Natalie, TM, my therapist says you're being emotionally abusive. You don't have a therapist. I do now. Good for you, growth is important. Radio silence until 6 p.m. when she showed up at my door. Let me in. No thank you. Ryan, stop this, I get it, okay? You made your point. What point would that be? That you can leave me? Fine, point made. Now let me in, and we can work through this. Nat, there's no we anymore. Because of one comment? Because of 5 years of comments. That one just clarified things. She changed tactics, voice going soft. Baby, remember our trip to Miami? Remember how good we were? That was 3 years ago. We can be that again. Can we? When was the last time you said something nice to me? She opened her mouth, closed it, opened it again. I say nice things. Name one. I told you your haircut looked good. That was 8 months ago, and you said finally you don't look homeless anymore. That was nice. Natalie, go home. This is my home. No, it's not. It never was. You just stayed here. Tuesday morning, I woke up to 52 texts. I didn't read them, just blocked her number. The cooking class with Madison was fun. We made pad thai. She actually knew how to hold a knife properly, which was weirdly attractive. So, she said while chopping peppers, rough breakup. 5 years rough. What made you finally end it? She told me I was too nice to leave her. Madison laughed. Bet she didn't see that coming. Apparently not. After class, we went for drinks. Just as we were leaving the bar, guess who was standing outside? Natalie, with her friend Jess. Are you kidding me? Natalie's eyes went from me to Madison. It's been 4 days. Hi, I'm Madison. Madison extended her hand. Natalie didn't take it. This is who you're replacing me with. No one's replacing anyone, I said. Madison? This is Natalie. Natalie, we should go. She's pretty, Natalie said, but in that way that wasn't a compliment. Bet she doesn't know what she's getting into. Ryan's super clingy, by the way. He'll text you if you're 5 minutes late, and he does this thing where he meal preps every Sunday like some kind of robot. Oh, and he'll want to know where you are all the time. Madison looked at me, then at Natalie. So he communicates, plans ahead, and cares about my safety? Sounds terrible. I almost laughed at Natalie's expression. Enjoy my leftovers, Natalie spat. Actually, Madison said sweetly, I prefer fresh starts. Update 4 Wednesday, Natalie went nuclear on social media. Posted this long rant about narcissistic nice guys and how I'd love-bombed her, then abandoned her. 15 paragraphs of revisionist history where she was the victim of my calculated emotional manipulation. My phone blew up with mutual friends asking what happened. I posted one response. Relationships end. I wish Natalie the best. Then I muted everything and went about my day. But Natalie wasn't done. She showed up at my work. Security called up. Mr. Ryan? There's a Natalie here saying she needs to get her things? She has no things here. She says you have her grandmother's ring? I went down to the lobby. Natalie was there, playing the distraught girlfriend to the security guard. There's no ring, Natalie. You know there is. My grandmother's engagement ring. Your grandmother is alive and wearing her ring. I saw her at Christmas. The security guard's face was priceless. That's not the point. You have my stuff. Everything you owned was picked up by your parents 4 days ago. I have the inventory list you signed. I didn't sign anything. I pulled up the photo on my phone. Her signature, clear as day. Ma'am, the security guard said, you need to leave. This isn't over. It is, though, I said. It really is. Thursday morning, I get a call from Deborah. Ryan, I'm so sorry. She's not handling this well. I can see that. She keeps saying you'll come back, that you're just trying to teach her a lesson. There's no lesson, Deb. We're just done. I know. I told her that. She didn't believe me. Said you were too nice to really end things. That's the problem, isn't it? She mistook kindness for weakness. Yes, Deborah sighed. Yes, she did. For what it's worth, Ryan, I think you're doing the right thing. That afternoon, I'm at the grocery store when I run into Natalie's friend group. They corner me by the produce. You need to take her back, Jess announces. No thanks. She's a mess. That's unfortunate. How can you be so cold? I'm not cold, I'm just done. After 5 years? Especially after 5 years. They tried the full court press, how Natalie was crying constantly, how she couldn't eat, how she'd called in sick to work. She needs to figure that out for herself, I said, selecting some nice tomatoes. You're heartless. No, I'm shopping, excuse me. Update 5 Friday was supposed to be quiet. Should have known better. Natalie created a fake profile on Hinge, matched with me. I only realized when Sophie started asking weirdly specific questions about my past relationships, blocked and reported. Then she tried Bumble with another fake profile. This time as Amanda, who coincidentally loved all the same obscure bands Natalie liked, blocked and reported. By evening, I'd blocked 4 fake profiles across 3 apps. But here's the beautiful thing. I had a 4th date with Madison that night. We went to a comedy show, laughed until our sides hurt. She held my hand during the Uber ride home. So, she said as we stood outside her apartment, your ex seems intense. That's one word for it. Does it bother you that she's stalking your dating profiles? Honestly, it just confirms I made the right choice. She kissed me. First kiss in 5 years with someone who wasn't Natalie. It was nice. Really nice. Got home to find a note under my door. I know you're home. We need to talk. I'll wait. I looked out the peephole. Sure enough, Natalie was sitting in the hallway. I called building security. They removed her. She screamed the entire way out that I was emotionally abusing her by abandoning her. Saturday morning, woke up to an email from a lawyer. Natalie was claiming I owed her for 5 years of domestic partnership. Wanted me to pay her $30,000 for lost time and opportunity. I forwarded it to my lawyer cousin, Tom. He laughed for 5 solid minutes on the phone. She has no case. You were never married, never had kids, the apartment's in your name. This is desperation. Should I respond? I'll handle it. This'll be fun. Within 2 hours, Tom had sent back a response that basically said, lol no in legalese, along with a counter notice that any further harassment would result in a restraining order. The best part? Natalie had CC'd her parents on the legal threat, thinking they'd support her. Deborah called me. Ryan, I'm mortified. We didn't raise her to be this. Entitled? I was going to say delusional, but that works too. Final update. It's been 2 weeks since the nicest breakup I've ever initiated. Last Sunday, Natalie sent one final message through a mutual friend. "Tell Ryan I'm seeing someone new. He's better looking and makes more money." I replied, "Good for her. Hope she's nice to him." The mutual friend said Natalie threw her phone when she read that. Here's the thing about being nice. It doesn't mean being a pushover. It means treating people with respect, including yourself. It means setting boundaries kindly but firmly. It means walking away from someone who confuses kindness with weakness. Natalie's still posting cryptic quotes about narcissists and fake nice guys on social media. But I noticed something interesting. She's also posted 3 different cooking for one photos. Guess she's learning to feed herself finally. Madison and I are taking things slow. She cooked dinner at my place last night, made this amazing mushroom risotto. We ate it while it was still hot, both of us at the table, phones put away, just talking and laughing. "You know what I like about you?" she said. "My devastating good looks, my collection of properly labeled spice jars. You're genuinely nice, but you also respect yourself." It took me a while to figure out those aren't mutually exclusive. Worth the wait, though? Definitely. Ran into Natalie yesterday at the coffee shop. She was with some guy who looked like he wanted to be anywhere else. She saw me, grabbed the guy's arm possessively, and laughed too loudly at something he said. I waved, nicely. She stopped laughing. The guy looked confused. Madison, who was with me, waved too, also nicely. Natalie left without ordering. "That was fun," Madison said. "I'm just being nice." The nicest. Deborah texted me last night. "Natalie moved back home. She's been telling everyone you were abusive for ending things so suddenly. Nobody believes her. Even her friends are tired of hearing about it. She can't understand why you won't take her back. Keeps saying you were too nice to really be done with her." I didn't reply. There was nothing to say. Being nice doesn't mean you have to accept poor treatment. It doesn't mean you can't have boundaries. It doesn't mean you're weak. It just means that when you pack up someone's stuff after they've taken you for granted for 5 years, you use the good boxes. You label everything. You call their parents politely, you wish them well, and then you change the locks, download dating apps, and move on with your life. Nicely. The funniest part? Natalie was right about one thing. I really am too nice. Too nice to waste any more time on someone who saw kindness as weakness. Too nice to myself to stay in a relationship with someone who didn't value me. Too nice to deny myself the possibility of meeting someone who actually appreciates a partner who cooks dinner and communicates and cares. So yeah, Natalie, you are absolutely right. I am too nice, and that's exactly why I left.